Have you ever wondered why your legs swell up by the end of the day? Why getting out of bed in the morning feels like dragging your knees through wet cement? Some people say it's just old age. But what if I told you there are 8 simple foods? Yes, real foods you may already have in your kitchen that can ease that stiffness, reduce painful swelling, and bring strength back to your joints and legs. No prescriptions, no injections, just the right nourishment that your body has been quietly asking for. By the time we reach our 60s, the body produces less than half the collagen it needs. Collagen is what cushions your joints, supports your ligaments, and gives your knees that smooth, fluid movement you once took for granted. Without it, every step starts to feel heavier, and getting up from a chair becomes an effort. But the good news is this: certain meals have been shown to reduce swelling in the legs by nearly 50% and improve joint mobility in just a matter of weeks. In this video, we'll walk through 8 collagen-supporting foods, ranked from least to most powerful. And number 1 on the list, it's a food most people overlook, yet it contains more collagen than anything else on the planet. If you're watching this right now, chances are you're not looking for a miracle. You just want to move a little easier, walk without fear of your knees locking up, stand without that deep ache in your ankles. You want to feel strong again, from the ground up. So stay with me, because today might just be the first day your legs begin to feel different, not because of a pill, but because of what you choose to put on your plate. As we get older, it's easy to think that joint pain and swelling are simply a part of aging we have to accept, but beneath that discomfort is a deeper story, one that's often overlooked. And at the center of it all is something called collagen. Collagen is the glue that holds your body together. It's the protein that lines your joints, strengthens your tendons, cushions your cartilage, and even supports the skin around your knees and ankles. When we're young, our bodies make plenty of it without us even thinking. That's why children can fall, bounce back, and keep running. Their bodies repair quickly, joints stay smooth, and swelling is rare. But after the age of 50, collagen production drops, slowly at first, then more sharply. By the time we reach our mid-60s, our bodies make less than half the collagen we had in our 30s. That's when the signs begin to show: stiffness in the morning, creaky knees, swollen ankles after a short walk, and that subtle feeling that something just isn't moving like it used to. Many seniors chalk it up to arthritis or circulation problems. And while those may be part of it, the truth is that your joints are simply losing the materials they need to stay strong and flexible. Without enough collagen, the smooth tissue between your bones wears down. Your ligaments become weaker. Your body has a harder time holding things in place. But here's something that not enough people talk about: collagen loss isn't just about time. It's also about what we eat, or more specifically, what we're missing. Because while our bodies slow down collagen production, certain foods can help turn that process back on. Natural ingredients, simple things like seeds, bone broth, even chicken skin, can help your body build new collagen and protect what's left. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. You just need to feed your joints what they've been asking for all along. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. In just a moment, we'll begin with food number 8. It's something you might have eaten for years without realizing how powerful it truly is. And by the end of this list, you'll have a clear, simple way to nourish your legs, reduce swelling, and take back control, one meal at a time. Let's begin with the food that's probably already in your refrigerator, yet often misunderstood: egg yolks. For decades, people were told to avoid them. Too much cholesterol, they said. Just eat the whites. But science has changed, and what we now know is that egg yolks are one of the most underestimated tools for natural collagen support, especially for older adults. While egg whites are high in protein, it's the yolk that holds the real magic when it comes to joint health. Inside each golden center are powerful nutrients like biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D, essential building blocks your body uses to create collagen. Sulfur, in particular, is critical. It helps form the amino acid chains that give collagen its structure and strength. Without enough sulfur in your diet, your body slows down its ability to rebuild connective tissue. That shows up as weakened ligaments, painful knees, and swollen ankles, from fluid seeping into fragile tissues. In a 2020 clinical trial, people with mild joint stiffness were asked to eat whole eggs for breakfast 5 days a week. After 10 weeks, they reported a 22% decrease in joint pain, especially in the knees and lower back. Blood tests showed lower inflammation markers and increased collagen synthesis. And the most encouraging part, the biggest improvements were seen in participants over 60. The key is how you prepare them. Soft-cooked eggs, like poached, soft-boiled, or gently fried in olive oil, keep the nutrients intact. Overcooking or scrambling until dry can destroy the delicate compounds your body needs. It's also important not to throw away the yolk. Separating it or sticking to egg whites only may rob your body of the very cofactors that make collagen production possible. The yolk is where the vitamins and minerals live. That's the part that supports your joints from the inside out. And here's a bonus. Despite old myths, eating whole eggs does not cause dangerously high cholesterol in most seniors. In fact, they may help maintain healthy HDL cholesterol, the protective kind your body needs. So if you're waking up with stiff legs or struggling to move after sitting too long, consider making whole eggs part of your morning again. They're simple, affordable, and right in front of you. You don't need to look far to start feeling better. Sometimes healing begins with what's already on your plate. Next on our list is something small but mighty: pumpkin seeds. These little green seeds are often tossed aside or forgotten after carving a pumpkin, but they hold powerful nutrients that support your joints in ways most people don't realize. While they don't contain collagen themselves, pumpkin seeds help your body create and preserve it naturally. The real heroes inside pumpkin seeds are zinc, magnesium, and manganese. Each of these minerals plays a vital role in collagen synthesis. Zinc is essential for the enzymes that actually trigger collagen production in your body. Manganese helps give strength and elasticity to connective tissues, the very things that hold your joints in place. And magnesium, it not only supports muscle function, but also calms inflammation that can make knees and ankles feel tight, swollen, and painful. In a 2021 clinical trial, seniors who ate just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds every day experienced remarkable improvements. After 8 weeks, there was a 19% reduction in leg and foot swelling, and a 27% boost in joint flexibility. Blood markers also showed improved oxidative stress levels and better collagen precursors, meaning the body was actively rebuilding what had been lost. The best part: pumpkin seeds are incredibly easy to add to your daily routine. You can soak them overnight in a little salt water to reduce compounds that block mineral absorption, then dry roast them for a satisfying crunch. Or you can toss them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or sprinkle them on salads or yogurt. They store well, don't spoil quickly, and are easy to carry in a small container when you're on the go. They're perfect for anyone who wants joint support without having to cook or prepare complicated meals. And for those who struggle with sore ankles or knees that wobble when you stand or walk, pumpkin seeds may be one of the simplest daily habits you can start. These tiny seeds help repair the inside of your joints, regulate inflammation, and create an environment where collagen can thrive. One small handful a day may be all it takes to bring a little more comfort back to every step you take. Now, let's talk about a food that's hiding in plain sight on grocery store shelves: canned salmon with bones. Most people think of fresh fish when they hear healthy eating, but what they don't realize is that canned salmon, with the bones still inside, is one of the most collagen-rich, joint-supportive foods you can buy. And it's surprisingly affordable, easy to prepare, and doesn't require any special cooking. Inside those soft, edible bones are powerful sources of collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and gelatin, nutrients your body uses to rebuild cartilage, strengthen connective tissue, and keep your joints gliding smoothly. That's especially important if you suffer from hip pain, worn-down knees, or leg swelling caused by poor joint function. The bones in canned salmon aren't hard like fresh ones. Thanks to the canning process, they become soft and mashable with a fork. When you eat them with the salmon meat, You're getting a full spectrum of nutrients that work together, offering what scientists call nutritional synergy. In a 2020 study, seniors who ate 3 servings of bone and salmon per week showed a 21% drop in inflammation markers like CAR-PC reactive protein and a 32% improvement in knee flexibility. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon help reduce swelling, while the collagen peptides in the bone support new tissue growth. Even more encouraging, participants reported less pain climbing stairs, standing for long periods, and walking on hard surfaces, things that used to be difficult before. Making this small dietary change. To get the full benefit, choose wild-caught canned salmon with bones intact, not fillets or boneless varieties. Mix it into rice bowls with herbs and olive oil, spread it on toast with avocado, or toss it into a salad with lemon and greens. The taste is mild, and the bones practically disappear when mashed into the fish. And because it's canned, it's shelf-stable and budget-friendly, making it ideal for seniors who may live alone or prefer quick, no-fuss meals. This isn't just fish. It's a natural joint-supporting food that brings real relief, especially for aging legs that feel tired, stiff, or swollen. With just a few servings a week, you might feel the difference the next time you take a walk or simply get up from your chair. For years, chicken skin has been treated as something to avoid. Many of us were taught to peel it off, thinking it was unhealthy or unnecessary. But for older adults seeking relief from joint pain and stiffness, chicken skin may actually be one of the most powerful, natural sources of collagen available, especially the kind your joints need most. Chicken skin is rich in type I collagen, which is the same type that forms your ligaments, cartilage, tendons, and the connective tissues that support your hips, knees, and ankles. That means eating it provides your body with the exact materials it needs to rebuild cushioning tissue and reduce inflammation. In a clinical study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences, adults over the age of 55 who consumed type I collagen from chicken sources regularly experienced impressive results. Within 12 weeks, they reported a 40% increase in joint comfort, a 33% drop in stiffness, and noticeable reductions in ankle swelling and knee pain. The improvements were not from supplements or powders. They came from real, home-cooked food: chicken thighs, wings, and necks prepared with the skin left on. To get the most out of chicken skin, how you cook it matters. The goal is to preserve the collagen without introducing harmful fats. That means slow roasting, baking, or boiling in broth, rather than deep frying. Cooking it low and slow helps maintain the collagen structure while avoiding the oxidized oils that can trigger inflammation. You can enjoy the skin warm and crisp right off the bone, shred it into soups or stews, or even use it to add flavor and texture to rice bowls and salads. And if the texture takes some getting used to, start small. The benefits far outweigh the adjustment. Many seniors deal with end-of-day joint fatigue, that feeling when your legs feel heavy, your knees start to ache, or you limp slightly as the day winds down. Incorporating collagen-rich foods like chicken skin can help rebuild the soft padding between bones, so those joints move more freely and with less pain. And perhaps best of all, chicken with skin is easy to find, budget-friendly, and familiar. You don't have to learn a new recipe or shop at a specialty store. You simply have to rethink something you may have been throwing away for years. So next time you cook a chicken dinner, keep the skin on, because that crispy, golden layer could be the very thing your joints have been missing. Coming in at number 4 is something that might remind you of childhood desserts, but it's far more powerful than it looks: gelatin. At its core, gelatin is simply cooked collagen. It's extracted from animal bones, skin, and connective tissue, then dried into a fine powder. But don't let its simplicity fool you. When it comes to joint repair and inflammation reduction, gelatin offers some of the fastest, most absorbable collagen support available, especially for seniors. Unlike many supplements that take time to digest or break down, gelatin is easily taken up by the body. It flows directly into the tissues that need help the most: your knees, ankles, hips, and the connective ligaments holding everything together. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed older adults with mild to severe joint pain. After just 6 weeks of daily gelatin use, participants saw a 27% decrease in inflammation and a 37% boost in joint mobility. Incredibly, MRI scans revealed signs of early cartilage thickening, something that rarely happens without medical intervention. So how do you use it? The best form of gelatin is an unflavored, grass-fed powder, free of added sugars, dyes, or artificial chemicals. You can stir it into warm water, herbal tea, or bone broth until fully dissolved. It adds almost no taste, but carries powerful joint healing benefits. You can also use it to thicken soups and stews, or make your own homemade gummies with natural juice for a tasty treat. The key is consistency. A small amount each day can make a big difference over time. For seniors dealing with chronic puffiness, aching knees, or that burning sensation after walking, gelatin can be a game changer. It not only helps reduce discomfort, but also fortifies the tendons and connective tissue that keep your lower body strong and aligned. And perhaps most importantly, gelatin is easy to incorporate into your day without overhauling your entire diet. 1 warm cup each morning or evening could be the simple routine your joints have been waiting for. Sometimes, healing doesn't come from something new. It comes from something familiar, used in the right way, at the right time. Number 3 on our list might surprise you: sardines, especially those packed with skin and bones intact. Now, sardines aren't everyone's favorite at first glance. They have a strong smell, bold flavor, and yes, the bones are still in there. But if you're looking for a food that naturally delivers collagen, calcium, omega-3s, and gelatin all in one tiny package, this humble fish is hard to beat. What makes sardines so powerful for joint health is their complete nutritional profile. The type I collagen found in the bones and connective tissue is the same kind your knees, hips, and ankles rely on for support. The calcium and phosphate in the bones help rebuild cartilage, while omega-3 fatty acids and elastin in the skin reduce inflammation and promote healing of damaged tissue. In a 2022 study published in Nutrition, seniors who added 3 servings of whole sardines to their weekly diet saw major improvements. By week 8, knee and ankle swelling had dropped by 25, joint pain was reduced by nearly 30, and blood tests revealed better markers for collagen production and joint repair. The best part: sardines are extremely affordable, easy to store, and ready to eat right out of the can. To maximize benefits, choose sardines packed in water or olive oil, rather than soybean oil or heavy sauces, which can reduce nutritional value. You don't have to eat them plain, either. Try mashing them with avocado on toast, mixing them into rice bowls with herbs and lemon, or tossing them into a salad. For a creamy spread, you can blend them with plain Greek yogurt and a little mustard or dill. And if the taste is a bit too bold at first, start small. Mix them into dishes where the flavor blends in gradually. Over time, your body and your joints may start craving them more than you expect. For seniors who feel their knees grinding or their ankles wobbling after a walk, sardines offer a gentle, yet powerful dose of restoration. They help rebuild what time has worn down, naturally and without pills or powders. This little fish may not look like much, but inside it holds one of the most complete joint healing combinations nature has to offer. At number 2, we have a remedy that's as comforting as it is powerful: bone broth. Bone broth has been part of traditional healing for centuries, but modern science is now catching up, confirming that this humble liquid is one of the richest sources of collagen, gelatin, and joint-repairing nutrients available to seniors today. When bones, especially those with lots of connective tissue, are simmered for hours, they release a nourishing blend of type I and type II collagen, gelatin, glycine, proline, and essential minerals like magnesium and calcium. These are exactly what your joints need to regain flexibility, reduce stiffness, and rebuild the soft tissue that protects your bones. In a 2021 randomized clinical trial published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, seniors who drank 1 cup of homemade bone broth every day for 12 weeks experienced a 44% reduction in joint swelling and a 38% improvement in mobility and pain scores. Ultrasound scans even showed increased cartilage thickness in the knee joint, a rare and hopeful finding. For anyone living with arthritis or long-term joint damage, bone broth works in two ways. First, it hydrates and cushions your joints, making movement smoother and less painful. Second, it provides all the cofactors and amino acids your body needs to actually build new collagen, something most powders and pills can't do on their own. To make your own, simmer bones like beef knuckles, chicken backs, or turkey necks for 12 to 24 hours with a splash of apple cider vinegar to draw the minerals out, plus herbs, onion, garlic, and carrots. The longer it simmers, the richer the broth becomes. Strain it, and you'll be left with a nourishing liquid that your joints will thank you for. If homemade broth feels like too much work, look for frozen or refrigerated bone broths without preservatives. Avoid the shelf-stable kinds that are packed with sodium or artificial flavors. You can sip it warm like tea, or use it as a base for soups, stews, and even rice or vegetables. It adds a deep, comforting flavor and provides healing support with every spoonful. Bone broth isn't just food. It's slow-simmered joint therapy in a mug. If your knees crack when you stand, or your ankles swell by evening, this simple habit could help you wake up with less stiffness, more strength, and a little more hope in every step. And now, we've arrived at number 1, the most collagen-rich, joint-rebuilding food on the planet: beef tendons. They're not flashy. They're not trendy. In fact, many people walk right past them in the butcher section without a second glance. But for seniors dealing with daily joint pain, leg swelling, or stiffness, beef tendons are one of nature's most powerful and most overlooked remedies. Beef tendons are made almost entirely of type I collagen, the exact kind your ligaments, cartilage, bones, and skin rely on for strength and flexibility. When slow cooked, tendons release gelatin and specialized peptides that directly target aging connective tissue, restoring the soft padding that keeps your joints gliding smoothly. In a 2022 clinical trial published in the Journal of Functional Foods, adults over 60 who consumed collagen-rich beef tendon stew 3 times per week saw dramatic improvements. Within just 30 days, participants experienced a 41% reduction in knee stiffness, a 63% increase in joint fluid density, and improved walking stability, especially among those who previously had trouble with stairs, long walks, or even standing for extended periods. What makes tendons unique is their high concentration of pure, unprocessed collagen, more than any other food. No pills, powders, or supplements come close. To prepare beef tendons properly, you'll want to slow cook them for 8 to 12 hours, ideally in a flavorful broth with ginger, garlic, rice vinegar, or herbs. This not only softens them into a jelly-like, chewable texture, but also enhances taste and digestion. Once cooked, you can dice the tendons and add them to soups, stews, noodle bowls, or rice dishes. If you're new to the texture, start by mixing small pieces with soft vegetables or bone broth until you get used to it. The flavor is mild, and the health benefits are enormous. Tendons work like structural reinforcements. They tighten the connective tissue around your joints, replenish the fluid layer that prevents grinding, and restore the cushion your knees, hips, and ankles depend on. For seniors who feel unsteady, whose joints pop or ache with every step, beef tendons offer a deeply restorative, food-based solution. They're not glamorous, but they are effective and they may be the fastest, most natural way to bring lasting strength and flexibility back to your legs. By now, you've heard the full list: 8 real foods that can help reduce swelling, rebuild collagen, and bring strength back to the very joints you rely on every day. Maybe you're thinking, can it really be this simple? And that's fair. After all, many of us have been taught to expect that aging comes with decline, achy knees, stiff legs, and slower movement, as if it's all just part of the deal. But here's the truth that rarely gets said out loud: your body hasn't given up on you. Not even close. Every day, even in your 60s, 70 seconds, or beyond, your body is still working, still healing, still rebuilding, still reaching for balance. The problem isn't age. The problem is that it hasn't been given the raw materials it needs. Your knees don't want to grind. Your hips don't want to ache. Your ankles don't want to swell. They're simply doing their best with what they've been given. And now, you have the power to change what you give them. Maybe you start small. One soft boiled egg in the morning, a handful of pumpkin seeds in the afternoon, swapping broth into your soup, or trying a spoonful of canned salmon with lunch. These aren't massive changes. They're gentle shifts, intentional choices that whisper to your joints, "I haven't forgotten about you." And over time, something remarkable may happen. You might wake up one morning and notice your legs don't feel as heavy. That long walk to the mailbox doesn't leave your knees throbbing. The stairs don't feel like a mountain anymore. You might even smile when you realize you're moving with ease again. It's not magic. It's nourishment. It's consistency. And above all, it's hope. Because whether you're 61 or 91, it's never too late to support the structure that carries you forward. These foods don't just restore collagen, they restore confidence, they restore comfort, and for many, they restore a part of life that once felt like it was slipping away. So give your joints what they've been waiting for. Give your legs another chance, because you're not done walking, you're not done living, and the best steps, they might still be ahead of you. If this video spoke to you, if even one of these foods made you pause and think, "I could try that," then I encourage you to begin. Start where you are. No pressure, no perfection. Just one small step toward feeling better. And if you found this helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. This space was created for people just like you. Those who want to care for their health naturally, gently, and without fear. Every week, we share more practical tips, science-backed advice, and compassionate guidance. Because growing older should feel supported, not overwhelming. You can also leave a comment below. Tell us your age, your story, or which food you're going to try first. I read every single message, and you're not alone here. This is a community, and your journey matters. So here's to stronger legs, steadier steps, and days that feel a little lighter. Thanks for watching, and remember, your body is still listening. Feed it well.